Yo, 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 what is up? It's your boy Dark Doom back at it with another video. And today, we are going to be breaking down the official, that's right, you heard me, the official trailer, first trailer for Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 1, releasing on July 18th, which is exactly 17 days away from today. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. Now, we begin with a flashback, right? And I'm going to be skipping through things very quickly. So, we begin with a flashback right here, right? This is the end of Season 5, right? It's the end of Cobra Kai Season 5, where Terry Silver gets locked up. So, we have that, right? Then we go to... Here, let's see if we can find it. We go to this scene also, which is where Daniel and Johnny find out that Kreese has escaped, right? So, this is just a 2-second flashback to recap where we are now, right? I also think there's a time skip that I'm going to talk about later. Okay, now we go here. We see many people lined up here, right? We see Miguel, we see Johnny, we see Daniel, we see Chosen, we see Bert, Robbie, we see Mitch, we see Chris, a couple other people. I don't know, I'm forgetting their names, but I think those are all the main ones right there. So yeah, we see people, this is kind of bringing back the end of Season 3, or the end of Season 3, and possibly the end of Season 4, if I'm remembering correctly, vibes, where everyone, you know, they're all assembling, they're gathering to compete for the Sekai Taikai this time. Before, obviously, it was for the All Valley. Now, however, they're getting ready to compete for the Sekai Taikai, the world tournament, the biggest stage, where they can make Miyagi-Do known. Okay, so, and also Sam's here. Right. Okay. Now, right, now we go to this. This is very important. Here, let me go here. Let's go back a second. Right here. These workers, these two workers, right? They're throwing the Cobra Kai sign out. And why is that? That's because Terry Silver is in jail. We'll get back to Terry Silver later, possibly. I might do a separate video on him. Comment down below if you want me to do a separate video on what I think they're going to do with the arc and the character of Terry Silver. But for now, what I think happened here is, or not, what I know happened here is now that Terry Silver is in jail, at least for the time being, he's locked up, Cobra Kai is no more, right? Cobra Kai is officially dead. When they say Cobra Kai never dies, as of right now, it's officially dead, right? Because I'll explain why I say that with Kreese on the loose, but officially Cobra Kai is dead. Now that Terry Silver's gone, the shop's closed, stores are gone, and everyone's either at Miyagi-Do, Eagle Fang, or wherever, right? But they're not at Cobra Kai anymore, so they throw it out, right? And now we have this scene, which features Hawk and Dimitri coming back to school, right? And right here, you can see Hawks finally got that blue mohawk back, baby. You already know what's up. He's got the blue mohawk back. We love to see it. You love to see it. Flashbacks from Season 1, bring it to Season 1. I will say it looks a lot brighter. Looks a lot brighter in blue, and also the sides of his hair. I can't say I like it too much. I'm not rocking it with it. Dimitri wearing one of the shirts that only Dimitri would wear. And yes, so they're walking back into school, and we'll see here. See that they're dapping everyone up. Look at that. First of all, right here, this man right here. Coldest side character. If y'all remember his one-liner from Season 5, Episode 10, I'm pretty sure it was the first word he said. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, it was his one word, or one line. Executed it perfectly. Go watch Season 5, Episode 10 if you want to see that. Anyway, okay, so I changed my mind, sorry. I do like Hawks Mohawk from back here. Anyway, they're all friends now, right? Or maybe if not friends, they're all healing and they all respect each other now, right? The dojos have combined because, again, Cobra Kai is no more. So, they're doing that. Right, and right here, we have what people are calling on Twitter, or X, but I'm calling it Twitter because we all know that's what it is. The core four, right? We got Miguel, Tori, Sam, and Robbie, right? Hanging out in high school. Who would have thought, right? Okay, I was going to say when was the last time that you saw these four hanging out together, but what was the first time you saw these four hanging out together, right? Maybe you saw them all at the party, but certainly not all four together, right? So, let's just go back a second, right? Let's play this out. Look at this. Look at that right there. That was beautiful, right? So the four of them are hanging out, and, you know, maybe they're also healing. Everyone's healing, right? Everyone's learning to come together, and even though they're, like, walking together, they're not all fully friends yet. Now we have Chosen here, you know, I think still at the Russo house, and he's staring at this news right here, where it says, Martial Arts Mayhem, Major Karate Scandal at local dojo. So you see Kreese and Silver here, right? And you see a bunch of other articles where I think it kind of repeats some funny stuff. But yeah, this is obviously talking about... it's obviously talking about the downfall of Cobra Kai and all the scandals that happened and what's going on right now. So that makes sense. Now, in this scene right here, what we have is many people who were previously not part of Miyagi-Do at Miyagi-Do, and many people who were part of Miyagi-Do at Miyagi-Do. To quickly name all the characters I see, we see Anthony, Sam, Miguel, Robbie, Tori, Hawk, Kenny, Dimitri, Bert, Mitch, Chris. I'm sorry I forgot your name. I know I should remember it, but yeah. And then a bunch of other side characters, right? So we're all lined up in Miyagi-Do waiting for instructions. Okay, they're all bowing, right? Yep. Okay, and right here, let's play this out. Right here, look at this. Look at that. Look who's in the center for once. It's my boy Johnny. It is my boy Johnny. Now, if you remember, I believe it was season 3, or maybe it was even season 4 or 5. But when the 3 of these goats stood together, I believe Daniel was in the middle. But now it's Johnny, right? We're finally coming back to focus on Johnny. You know, Cobra Kai, Johnny's side. As much as I love Daniel, Johnny's my guy. So you know, happy to see him getting the spotlight for once. He's taking center stage here, leading the pack. So you love to see that. You love to see that, right? Okay. Okay. Now here's an interesting scene. One sec. Here we go. Okay, so we see some fighting, and right here we see Devin and Johnny, right? So it looks like Devin's gonna be joining Miyagi-Do as well. And like I said, and I don't think I saw her before. In the scene where everyone was standing together in Daniel's backyard, in the Miyagi-Do training ground. So I don't believe I saw Devin there. I could be mistaken. I apologize if she was there and I did not see her. But here's Devin, clearly with Miyagi-Do. Right. Okay, right here, we have Daniel orchestrating a face-off between Robbie and Miguel, right? Great. And you see everyone watching. I don't think this is Amanda. Don't really know who this is. If it is Amanda, okay. I can't tell. And yeah, so we see people watching here, between a face-off between Robbie and Miguel. So we're going to see what happens. We see Johnny and Daniel shake hands. From this point forward, I don't think there's any going back. Obviously, they're still going to have their arguments, as we'll see further on in the trailer. However, I think no matter what, they're never going to fully turn on each other again, or have the rivalry that they had, in season 1, 2, and even 3. Right? Now they're fully committed. Even if they have their arguments and disagreements, they're never going to turn on each other like that again, like they did so badly in seasons 1 through 3. Right. Okay. Now we've got some fight scenes. Okay, we got Sam and Tori fighting right here. Right? They're gearing up for some fights, just like Miguel and Robbie. So that's good stuff. Then we see a cool scene right here. Okay, so we get a cool shot of this. We get a cool shot of, I don't know, I'm forgetting the name of the city or town. But, we got a cool shot of that. Now, my guy right here, my GOAT, the man who sells Daniel all his things from the pawn shop, sells him like a battle axe or something, right? And then Daniel basically says, I'm going to skip this part, but Daniel basically says to Johnny, oh, this is for some hardcore training, and I'm basically going to, like, chop off a tree and, like, lug it through the snow or something, right? Like, I'm going to take it through the snow or something for hardcore training, right? So we can skip that. Okay, we get a cool shot of Carmen and Amanda here. Just like Daniel and Johnny have bonded, also, so have Amanda and Carmen, though their relationship is obviously a lot more friendly. I don't think they've ever fought or ever will fight over anything, unlike Johnny and Daniel did, but they're also bonded together. Okay, now, we see Daniel saying, I believe he says here, what can go wrong? Yeah, he says, what can go wrong? And we see Chosen, karate chop his way through, a board of wood, and I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe Daniel was saying, what could go wrong? I don't know if that was a response to what Johnny was saying, but we'll see. We see that it's time sign. Obviously, this is part 1. Only 5 episodes are dropping. Also, in case you didn't want any spoilers, I don't think there's gonna be too many spoilers in this video, but just in case, I would turn it off now. So yeah, I just want to let you know that. I don't think there'll be too many spoilers though, because it's in the trailer. Okay, so we see Johnny drinking some beers, right? And then this is interesting. He uses a machine right here. I don't know why I can't get it. Nope. Okay, let's see if I can get it. Okay, he uses this machine right here, and then he proceeds to launch beers at Miguel and Robbie, and I believe Sam and Tori also. So yeah, it's interesting to see for sure. And then we also see after this, we see Sam fall back and we're doing a lot of callbacks, right? We're calling back to when Johnny, used to like douse themselves in beers, right? And I'll actually bring up a spoiler at the end of this video talking about beer, if you want to see that, but we'll get back to that in a second. So we see that, and then we also see Sam fall in the lake, which is like callback to her and Robbie practicing like on the wooden circle in the lake in season 1. Okay, so yeah, return to the dojo, right? Okay, so now we have some interesting scenes. Here we go. So this part I think is skippable. So they're just practicing and training. And so now Daniel and Johnny, this is where they start to fight, right? This is where they start to fight just a bit. And you see also, this is interesting. So we're going to get back to the Daniel and Johnny fight, but we see Dimitri stepping up, right? Finally getting the credit, respect, and props he deserves, right? We see him stepping up to take some sort of challenge, to accept some sort of fight. We don't know what it is yet, but we're going to see. And then we also see Hawk and Kenny. We see Kenny for one of the rare times we see in the trailer, because as we know, or as I know at least, this is a spoiler right now, so quickly cut off if you don't want to listen to this, but Kenny will not be joining Miyagi-Do right away. I'm pretty sure most of us know that, but Kenny will not be joining Miyagi-Do right away. I do think it'll be in this first 5 episodes he joins Miyagi-Do, but not right away, right? And why? Because his brother is getting out of prison. And it's going to lay some background lore and some interesting things to see how Sean, Kenny's brother, reacts to what Kenny's been going through. So we see Kenny here, which is where he's clearly, by now, I believe, joined Miyagi-Do. We see Hawk. Again, don't really like the sides of the hair here. Kind of looks bald over here. But it's all good. Mohawk looks good, right? We'll get back to the Mohawk also in a minute. Okay, so we see them practicing on some dummies, and we see the fences. We see Tori kicking the dummy through the fence. Robbie's got that shocked expression here. All right, and now we get to the interesting stuff. And this is where, so here there was just a fight a couple seconds ago where I believe maybe Johnny starts trying to take, Johnny starts trying to take control, or maybe Daniel starts trying to take control and they start fighting, and then Daniel says to Johnny, like, why don't you run stuff by me? Daniel's like, sorry, I don't know why I just spazzed there. I'm going to cut that part out. Daniel says to Johnny, why don't you run stuff by me? And Johnny says, whenever I run stuff by you, it's like, it's not important, I've never done that before. And that was funny. And then Daniel says something important. Then Daniel says, well, now it's like more important than ever because we don't know what we're up against, right? Yeah, see, he's like, we don't know what we're up against. And right here, okay, let's take it back. Look at that. Can you guess where we are? Y'all know where we are, right? Y'all know where we are. We are training. And with who? With who are we training with? Let's find out. Here we go. Ooh, look at that. Ooh-hoo! You see what that is? Kim Do-eun and Sensei Kreese. John Kreese. My boy is back. He escaped prison. We know how. He somehow fled. He fled the country with Kim Do-eun. We don't know how. I'm sure we'll find out. And we see the students that will take on Miyagi-Do, Eagle Fang, whatever you want to call the dojo. We see right here, the dojo, that will take on our main characters, our MCs, in the Sekai Takai. The elite students, the best of the best, prepared for this since birth. And here we go. We're going to see some scenes right here. We see them practicing, we see Kim Do-eun, and we see this man. Look at that kick. I'm sorry. Look at that kick. That was beautiful. Like, I cannot believe what I've just seen. And so he is going to be the main character, or main, I guess, antagonist or villain, put it how you will, for Kreese's new dojo. And Kreese also says, only through pain can a champion be born, or a champion be found. And you see Kreese here for the first time. Look at him. Look how good he looks in that black gi. Beautiful. And yeah. And then we see this scene right here. 1 second. Right here. So this guy right here. I don't know obviously we don't know what his name is yet in terms of his screen name, or his name in the show, but his real name, I believe, I'm sorry if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I believe his real name is Brandon H. Lee. I checked out some of his stuff. He's ridiculously good at martial arts, just about everything, right? And he just looks like he's there to win, right? He's there to strike fear into everybody's hearts and show no mercy. So, we see that, right? Then we go here. This is an interesting conversation, right? So, we're back at West Valley High School. And then we see Sam and Miguel talking, right? We see Sam and Miguel talking, and Sam says, right here, it's one thing to be the best in the valley. It's another thing to be the best in the world. And Miguel says, let me pull Miguel's picture back up. And Miguel says something very interesting. He says that I'm just going to have to beat Robbie again. I thought these two were finally on good terms. But, just like I said, everyone's still healing. While everyone might be, more friendly with each other than they ever were before, it doesn't mean, they're best friends or anything. And I guess that makes sense. And so right after Miguel says I'm going to have to beat Robbie again, then we see them back where we started before, earlier in the trailer, where they are facing off, right? And so it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. And let's play a bit of that. And so they bow to each other, right? And then they start fighting. I don't want to. I'm hoping that I don't get copyrighted on any of this, or I can't. I'm hoping I can post this video, so I don't want to play too much of the video, which is why I'm like making us. I'm putting in still shots, and we'll see. And so yeah, we'll see what happens with that. All right, so yeah, then we get to the part 1 screen. Right, then we get to another interesting dynamic. Here, let's go here. Okay, so here we go to an interesting shot of Tori and Sam, right? And they're talking. And like I said, I think they might be more friendly with each other, but Tori is she still has her guard up, and I don't blame her. She's still on her defensive side, right? And Sam's like, I thought you quit Cobra Kai. I thought we're like on the same team now. And Tori's like, yeah, I did quit Cobra Kai, but just cause I'm training in your dad's backyard, it doesn't like make us best friends or anything. Like, don't forget what was going on. You can't just forget all that. And that makes sense, and I don't blame Tori here. So yeah, so that happens, and then we see this fight, right? And let's see if we can play this right here. And just got dropped. You all know who got dropped. And then we go to the final season cut. And then right here, let's see if I can get it. Okay, so we have Devin. First of all, I'm expecting big things from Devin this season, okay? Devin, I believe, has a lot of potential. Kim Do-eun saw something in her. Obviously, I think she saw that Devin was a bit easier to manipulate just because Tori was already too set in her ways. And yeah, I think Devin was fresh to the sport of Cobra Kai and young and easy to manipulate, and that's why Kim Do-eun basically like saw that she could shape Devin into the leader that she wanted her to be. Obviously, that didn't happen, but I'm expecting big things from Devin this season. And then we go to the main man right here. Look at this man hawk with the American Mohawk, United States Mohawk, red, white, and blue with the stars. We got the Freedom Mohawk. Beautiful. Best thing they could have done. Obviously, at first, you gotta have the blue Mohawk to get the callback from season 1. But other than that, American flag Mohawk, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. See Johnny and Daniel again teaming up, working on things. And then, right here, we have what could have been one of the main characters, right? We have, right here. We got Kyler, right? Now, first of all, not in this trailer, but in a teaser trailer, or another trailer, I think it was probably a teaser, Kyler appears to be laughing with Hawk, Miguel, Robbie, and so, he seems to have joined sides with them now, if not even become their friends. And now, he's fighting at maybe in a bar, in an arcade or something, and then Kyler has the best line here that, I can't play out loud, but he basically says a word, and then he basically says, I know karate, and then he just, manhandles him. It's beautiful. You finally love to see Kyler getting some love, because, he did a really good job of playing the bully, especially talking to Dimitri. It's going to be interesting to see how the dynamic of those three especially grows. Right, so we have this. We have the bar fight. We got everyone kicking, punching. We got, I'm not sure I like Dimitri's hairstyle here, but we got an interesting shot of that. And then right here, let's go back. Let's play it. All right, so we got Johnny and Daniel, threatening each other, and I'm going to take over the dojo and we're going to have to learn my teachings. But no, I don't think it's ever going to go back to that again. All right, and so this right here, that right there was a scene we saw from the previous, I believe, teaser trailer, which is where Miguel, Sean, Kenny, and Robbie are all going to be fighting, right? And that is going to be a very, very interesting fight. We see Tori and Sam pillow fighting here, as if they're at a sleepover. And then we see, wait, let's get it. We see this man. Look at that right there. That was crazy. Look at this man right here. You already know he is him. He is him. You already know he's going to be that guy that's going to shake things up at the Sekai Takai and probably give Miguel a run for his money. All right, we're going to get back to Miguel and Robbie in a moment. That's a big point I want to focus on. All right, so then you think the teaser ends there. This is Cobra Kai Season 6, the final season, right? But then we get to, not an after credit scene, but that's basically what it is, where Daniel and Chosen basically figure out that Miyagi, and Amanda also, they basically figured out that Mr. Miyagi had left some secrets behind them, right? I think some training techniques, some secret weapons, things among that stuff. And so Chosen's like, this could change everything, and they can't believe it. Yeah, there's something hidden down there for years, and so that's basically it. And then so we get to part 1, July 18th. I just want to make sure there's nothing else really, right? And so I want to give my final thoughts. I do believe that this trailer, or I'm hoping that this trailer is mainly for part 1, Cobra Kai Season 6. Meaning there's nothing, I don't want anything in this trailer from part 2 or part 3, and I don't think there is, just because they didn't give us anything too far ahead, right, into the future. Now, my main question of the day is, Who do you think is actually going to win the Sekai Taikai? Leave your comments down below. I think Cobra Kai have put themselves in a problematic situation, right? It's quite the conundrum, because I think it's going to be either Miguel or Robbie. Now, here's the thing. Miguel is the main character. After season 2, they turned him into a side piece, right? Or side piece. They turned him into a side character, right? Like, they literally turned him into a side character, and he kept getting hoed like crazy. It was ridiculous. But whatever. It's not going to be Hawk. He just won the All Valley. And that leaves the question. Is it going to be Miguel or Robbie? Now, here's the problem. Miguel was the main character, and they seem to be focusing more on Miguel this season and trying to make him the main character again, especially from the dialogue where he said, where Sam's like, oh, it's not that, it's one thing to be the best fighter in the Valley, but it's another thing to be the best fighter in the world, and Miguel's like, I'm going to have to beat Robbie again, because I think they're going to have to fight for it again in the finals, maybe. Maybe that's what Miguel is thinking along those lines. But the thing about Robbie is, he has now been in the All-Valley final twice, and lost both times. So it only makes sense for him to win, because it's kind of like the big three, right? Like Miguel, Robbie, and I want to say Hawk is the big three. He got destroyed by Kenny in season 5. He got destroyed by Kenny in either season 4 or season 5. And, they also completely nerfed Hawk. It was ridiculous. It was season 5. It's season 5, episode 8, Cobra Kai. They nerfed Hawk like ridiculous. He literally won the All Valley, and then like 8 episodes later, like a 14-year-old child beat him. But I'm not discrediting Kenny, but like Kenny was should have been nowhere near the level of Hawk, and he took him down like that. Whatever. So it's gonna be interesting to see who they choose to win, because again, Miguel was supposed to be the main character, but Robbie's now lost twice. He's like it's like he's destined to win, complete it full circle, and so it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens. But I think this is going to be it for the trailer breakdown. Let's get back to a scene that I really like pausing on. There's just something about this scene right here, and yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end it off. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. Just pointing out anything you might have missed. I know it's not usually I predict stuff that's gonna happen, but here I just want to break down the trailer to just point out, even if it's obvious, maybe you missed 1 or 2 things, and maybe you picked it up. That'd be awesome. I love when people pick up stuff that they missed. Just because sometimes when you watch something, you just need a second perspective to see things. And so yeah, so I hope you enjoyed my reaction. I love y'all, boys. Like that video, and I'll drink a bottle of water. Subscribe, I'll drink 7. I love y'all, boys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!